Hello people, my best brother, my best friends. Not you, the government, because you suck big time and you're not my friend, and I will never get you as my friend because you're not worth it, you know. And the reason why I'm doing this second video, it's because I had something more to say in my first video, but the thing is, in order to say all of what I'm saying right now, my video would have been too heavy, and I would have not been able to load it to YouTube. Anyways, I would like to make sure that you all understand from where I'm coming from, and you can be sure that right now I'm trying to protect all the veterans, you know, because I have a mouth, I have a huge mouth. I like to talk. I like to have my mouth going like that, you know, all the time, because myself, I'm a veteran, and I know that I'm being screwed by VAC with his fucking new charter of 2006, and the new charter of 2006 should be void right now and should be redone in order to help veterans that need help, you know. Myself, I need help because I have to buy cooked meal right now because my wife cannot make the kitchen no longer because she's very sick right now. She's diabetic and big time, and sometimes she doesn't feel for it. And I'm not a cook myself, so in order to eat, I have to buy my own meals, prepare a meal at the store. But I have to tell you that those meals are becoming expensive, because when you buy a lot of meals, you have to spend a lot of money, you know, and a lot of money means allocation for your life, you know, for your to help you. In order to buy those meals, you have to have more money all the time. It is the way it works right now. And as for myself, I'm not saying that I'm feeling good, because I'm always thinking of the military police, and I'm always thinking that they had done something wrong to me, injustice, and sometimes injustice need to be fixed. In order to fix it, well, the Minister of National Defense has to do his what he has to do, you know. And you know, I'm not feeling too good right now because of that. I'm thinking negatively most of the time, and there is a main reason for it, and the main reason for it is the fucking military police looking at everyone, and they're accusing most of the time people that has done nothing, but they like it because, you know, after they had done their arrestation or their arrest, you know, they have nothing else to do. They just try to close the file, and that's all. But the thing is, whoever got accused, this person has to put a lot of guts in order to get it fixed, because you know, he has to follow the process, and the process sometimes is very long. Because myself, I remember I went one day to the courtroom, and I spent the whole day there, and I was not able to pass because they were passing the emergencies before me. But I spent the whole day there, and that's the day that I was paying my lawyer, you know, a lot of money, you know, for a day. And D&D has made me like that, and D&D made me lose a lot of money, you know. First of all, just to the fact that I had to see the lawyer all the time, or talk to the lawyer. Every time I was calling him, he was counting the time that I was calling him, because I needed to get some help from him. I needed to get some information from him, and because he was doing things sometimes that I didn't know about, so I was trying to keep informed of what he was doing, you know. And for what I've seen so far, you know, they're only there to make money. They don't give a damn about the rest. Even though if they lose the case or if they win the case, well, they're there for their own money, you know. And I'm assuming that D&D like to spend money, but when they arrested me, they brought me to the prison in Ottawa, and then the process got there. But the thing is, you know, D&D threw the ball. They threw the ball to the provincial of Ontario, and then the provincial of Ontario had to pay lawyer, the Crown, to persecute me. You know, it's no good, because if you look at it, well, the lawyer was paid by the provincial of Ontario, and myself, I had to pay my own lawyer plus paying the GST on my fucking lawyer fees. I know, because I went to federal court in the past, and I was paying my lawyer fees, and there was GST on that. And on the other side of the room, those lawyers were paid by my income tax, you know, and it's just like it. I was paying double, you know. I was paying double big shit, you know, because the lawyers on the other side were paid with my income tax first time, and I was paying GST on my lawyer fees second time, and then after that I had to follow my case all the time, and it cost me an arm to get out of it, you know. An arm to get out of it. You know why? Because my lawyer was not alone in my case. He had to use other lawyers as well, because sometimes he was in court with other client, and as for me, so he had to get another lawyer to represent me. And those lawyers, they were women most of the time, and they were calling me the same day that they had representing me to get money, you know. So it was a lot of money that I had to spend out. So anyways, this is what I'm claiming of D&D about that. But the thing is, right now I'm going to be claiming more money than that, because I remembered when Mr. Trudeau gave $10.5 million of dollars to Mr. Omar Khadr, which is a Muslims, and this is the case why he gave it to me, because he's a Muslim, and Mr. Trudeau is also a Muslim, an Islamist, and Mr. Khadr an Islamist, and his dad was working for Osama bin Laden, the big boss of the Al-Qaeda at that time. And just to the fact that he was with Al-Qaeda, the father, means that Omar Khadr is also with Al-Qaeda, because his dad was in it, you know. If something happened to Omar Khadr, you can be sure that there will be other Muslims here in Canada that will try to protect him, because they have no choice. Sometimes their word are worth it to other Muslims, but not worth it to us, because we hate Muslims. And the reason why we hate Muslims is when you look at what Mr. Trudeau did to Omar Khadr and did to 3 other Muslims, giving more than $30 million to those 3 fucking Muslims. Meaning that if you want to get the same fucking shit, you have to go to war and kill an American, and then the American will judge you. You go to Guantanamo, and then Mr. Trudeau will take you out of there and give you $10.5 million because you were Canadian in Guantanamo. You know, Guantanamo is a prison for Islamists, for terrorism, and you know, there are all kind of people in there, but they are people that has caused a lot of trouble to the U.S. You keep in mind that Canada and U.S. are both in the NATO, and since we're both in the NATO, we're against the same rules, you know, and the same rule apply to everyone else. So thank you very much. Okay, bye.